Spike is planted. It's the counter paint shells coming in. It's going to delay the plant for the time being. This is what we talked about. Don't let that retake happen. The fight goes through, and that's the spike down, and you can see it's all going haywire for Just Breathe, but still, nobody's fallen quite yet. It's a 4v4 with very injured members from Just Breathe, and you can see, look at this rank from emluo. Shot's good. One more player in the tin cannon. It's the Frenzy alongside the shock dart. That'll be the nail in the coffin. Great first round from Just Breathe. Anyways, we're looking at this A hit. This is going to be the eco round, I believe, for CLG. It's going to be a little bit trickier than just the eco. Great opening shot there from Naomi. But Chobo finds an upgrade or maybe bought up. I see 0 credits on the line. That means this is a potential force up, but it's a 3v3 at the moment. Make it a 3v2. Nice flank from bENITA coming in from the B side, but the backstab from Natty. Great spray. This is getting down and a little bit close. Slaze with 1, and it's just down to Rise. So this force up not working out for CLG. They're down to just 1 final player. Shot's good, maybe. Doing a little bit of chip damage, but has to defuse. It's going to be tricky. There's a Viper and a Sova. This is the nightmare that you talked about. Shots are good, but not enough. 7 HP will be the survivor. It's the Viper players like, I don't know where to go. I'm going to go back to spawn and see if I can figure things out. And as you can see, surprise, Natty is able to catch Chobo out of position. Still one more player trying to find that sneaky little Viper. Down to the 2v3. Just Breathe is so confused. We just got attacked from all sides. Where do we go? We need to clear some of these angles now. We only have 40 seconds left to do so.
Raze is very low on Just Breathe, so there's still potential to make it happen.
Oh no, the patience. Still though, a stinger's in the hand. Oh, is that a shock dart? No, a recon bolt gonna spot a couple of players out. Knows that potentially one player might be towards showers. There's the running gun. Has to switch to the sheriff down to 3. At least one comes in, but Karra swinging from the showers will find her alter ego, and that can separate them. Unfortunately, the snake fight not gonna do that. First initial pick for Chobo, and the fight will continue. They're trying to delay the plant for now, and you can see they're pushing and forcing the issue because they don't want to deal. How did that showstopper not connect? Doesn't matter. Chobo still finds the frag, and bENITA on the flank. Very well done. And that's bad for the attack because that means that they can just get to the spike and defuse it. But look at Rise, such a deep position. And Viper, Natty comes up big with 2 huge picks. It's just down to the diffuser. Oh my God, she's
No way.
No way. Clawdia even gets away with the op. Oh my goodness, there's the swing from emluo. She gets the op out. 2-1 around. Now the action's about to commence, but still bENITA's on the site herself, and she's joined by Chobo as well. The comms need to come in. Oh my goodness, bENITA just walking on the toxic floor, finds a frag. Clawdia off to the side, picks one apart. Down to just Natty, who's all on her lonesome, just trying to get to safety, but there is no solace. Comes up big. Now the plant finally going in, but bENITA's saying, not today. I'm going to fight for it. Shock darts come through. She's fighting for 1. Converts onto a 3rd. As it's just down to the 2v2. There's going to be the shot from Clawdia, not quite connecting, but the cosmic divide from Rise is going to help them out so much. These players, they're stuck over towards showers. The stars are starting to come through. The diffuse is up to half. The cosmic divide is down. The shots are trying to be connected onto players, but they, for some reason, some way, even end up getting taken down.
Oh wow, it's a really great way to maintain control of this site. Now they have left 1 here at least for a little bit of information, and yeah, milkyway trying again with it. Oh, she can shut that again, second time.
Rise still finds a pick despite that showstopper even being a factor. Now it's just down to 2 players. They'll get the spike, extra credits their way, but they've got to deal with, of course, Chobo coming in from hookah. So 1 player's down. Now it's just down to Milky, and there's a showstopper coming straight for her. Diffuse now coming through. Snake bite. Milky Way's got to walk through that. She's got no choice. There's the swing, and Naomi was ready, laying in wait. Sam, this is starting to get out of control. They've won, and now the X Factor begins. The wall goes down. Players are in very tough positions. Operator out of the hands of Clawdia. She's gone and out. Down to the 2v2. Oh, goodness. A great shot from Karra, but it's just down to Karra versus bENITA, and bENITA has the better weapon. She taps the spike. We know that pros don't fake, but she's starting to run. She's just chasing her up from behind. Oh my God, she somehow still gets it. The 180, 360, whatever you want to call it, spins around, finds the frag. Still close, but the round for CLG. But Arise already on the flank and the lurk. That's what it's called. It's the flirk. And now just down to 2 players. Natty finds a pick. That's a great opening. 3v2. A little more doable now. Knows where bENITA is located. Shock dart comes through. Actually finds emluo and bENITA. Oh my goodness. Just the one, but that's already damage done. They've done a great job of getting onto this B site. They've got the control. They've smoked off Cypher, who only has a sheriff. And already bENITA. Oh no. When you're in the astral plane, but you get taken down, feels bad. Man, shots are ringing true. bENITA is just so good. bENITA's got the whole toolkit. She only has a Spectre and a Sheriff. Reloading the clip. Knows that they're probably going to come from there. Oh no. She's down to 13 HP. Shock Dart comes through. Are they going to swing from the side? Yes, they will. Just breathe. Stays alive.
Oh, wow. That was super I was kind of expecting her to pull back and potentially try and hold with the Hunter's Fury. But the issue there, again, is she doesn't know where they're coming from. They could be coming from behind her. So if she pulls back...
That's going to really take up a huge chunk of this B site. They'll get the plant. CLG Red are committing so hard to this specific hit. They want to get to that match point. They see slaze back around the elbow side. The shots are trying to ring true, but not quite connecting as they would like. Rise now having to back away, try to be a little bit more supportive. Chobo gonna find a pick. slaze is a big factor here because if slaze can find a pick or two, that's gonna be huge. The engagement just goes a little sour. Natty able to at least find a revenge frag. Down to just Karra alongside Natty. They can get this done. Natty all on her lonesome, but Naomi in the Viper's Pit. You don't go in, you just get taken down. That's a little bit tricky. The telegraph of the heavy defense on the B side really gave CLG Red this site for free. But the kind of interesting thing is they're all held up in the post plant in the lamps area. So this is going to be very tricky for GB to just kind of go through accordingly. We see the showstopper. Yes, it still lands. You'll take that value.
They still have a lot of good utility here for this defense. Of course, they've got all of the flashes, they've got the poison clouds, they've got the snake bites, and then, unfortunately, most of the Killjoy utility was kind of postured towards the A site, but there's still a lot to play with, so they might still be able to swing themselves around win here.
Oh, I love this from Rise. Still staying on the site. Shots good still. Karra, though, comes in on the flank. Very well done around the tower. Just down to Naomi. Wall was used for the stairs on the B heaven, so now Naomi just stuck to this, and this is one of those nightmare positions. You just have that double stack back sight. That is the worst thing that you could possibly ask for. I'd almost argue that this is where you swing with the turret, right? I know that she used the turret to try to get a little bit of a better look. Ooh, that was almost close. Not gonna pan out to fruition. Down to just 3 players. Wall goes up. CLG Red working ever so slightly and slowly back into the site. This fault line's going to hit 4 people. It's actually insane. And it's all contingent on Chobo. That's why you see the fault line still waiting for the opportunity on the swing. And they might even just be looking for some of those exits, not letting them out. Nope, here we go. They're starting to fight. See one player behind. Naomi is down. Karra really just unlocking a whole new level of ability. 3K on the round. Very well done from JB. Thought at least 1 or 2 more players would fall, but that force up finds a pick with the frenzy, does eventually get traded away. That's at least a great opening start. Great swing with the Roomba, but Karra, she's hungry. She's laying in wait paint shells to try to push them back, playing quite close. Milky's going to steal all the frags. Karra's not going to be allowed to take any of those. slaze finds another. It's eco. At least they found one. That's the best they could ask for. bENITA finds another. Nope. Not today. She's going to find slaze, just down to 3 players here for JB. Ooh, the resurrection. We talked about that last round. The showstopper is going to be used to try to at least answer back. Already the paint shells did the job. That was just the insurance policy that she took out. Action over towards the A ramp. This Rise is able to stuff Natty on the lurk. Resurrection comes up very empty-handed, and now it's just down to 2 players with the spike. And there are 2 players on the opposite side from the defense watching this middle very, very closely.
I think JB's comp, as much as I love the Sky Sage, you give up a lot of firepower in your utility. Yes, you have that heal, but if everybody dies before you have a chance to use it, well, how useful is it?
1 enemy
remains. Oh, what a beautiful flash from bENITA. They're just pulling him all different ways. I think they heard the heal. We saw members start to pull off and go over towards B. And you even see Clawdia now officially committing to it. But now, once you see bENITA get into the action, a quick trade, the orb goes up, and they're going to just hightail it over towards the middle. I like this because this nullifies the flank completely. But they still have to deal with Naomi, who's been on the site the whole time. Clawdia manages to make her way in here on time, misses the shot. Now it's all just down to Naomi. Turret's helping out as well. Emluo in a lot of trouble. No shot. She's winning that one. CLG Red tie us up. See how they use these tools at their disposal. We do have 2 members here on the site. How will they defend the site itself? The wall's already broken. 2 great picks for JB. And this is a softer buy if we remember. Sheriffs and Spectres galore. And they still have a lot of their utility. And for some reason that I don't know, they are completely backing away. And this is heard directly by CLG. Just down to Rise. This is a thrifty round for JB, no doubt. Unless somehow, some way, the magic of Rise. 1v4. You've got the double stack on one side. You've got the 1-player B main. And then you've got the flank. This is a problem. I mean, if you're really feeling risky, you Viper Spit and you troll, but flank, too much. Too much to handle. We're seeing a lockdown. This is really a great counter, but there's a little pocket in the back right, and you can see they're spraying for it. Instead, they go the opposite way, really confusing CLG. They're going to go fight for the lockdown. Naomi has to be very, very careful. You see the great snake bite that comes in from behind. They pushed him out of their own Viper Spit, and now they're staying in spawn. Oh, they're detained! No way! Naomi scoops him up, and CLG tie it up. Can updraft onto the wall if that's what she wants to do. She has that option. She actually does it. Sees one. Knives are good, but the backstab from Karra. Now just down to Rise. She gets the tap. Tries to bait them in. Tries to force them to fight the issue. She has a lot of time on the spike. It's ticking. 1 player down. Last player to the right. Will she see her? There's the 360. Shot is good for emluo. And Just Breathe regained the lead. They also have to deal with the cosmic divide, and Clawdia is really doing the homework for them to say, hey, this is where I think people are, but Milky is the biggest problem because the cosmic divide covers her up so well. All she needs to do is swing, and she's going to find 2. But it's all just down to Clawdia in a 1v3. Oh, man, that's 3 flashpoints now gone. And they're just trying to fight for Milky. Oh, bENITA actually gets away, but somehow it still ends up the 1-for-1, and they will take that for sure. But members across the map are slowly starting to really fall to pieces. Clawdia is trying to hold on here. The frenzy, not quite enough. And despite it being a slower swing, too, off the slow orb. So, 2 players remain. Just Chobo and bENITA. They obviously hear that the footsteps, the elephants that you'd say, are coming through. Chobo does find 1. Third comes in. Where is she hiding? Where could she be? Trying to hunt her down. Flash comes in. They now know where she is. This has been a very successful hit for Just Breathe. Unfortunate. They get kind of stuck and caught Clawdia. Clawdia, don't do him like that. emluo, last player standing. Clawdia with the 4K. That is how you end a half. Fast break onto A. Slaze backside. Able to find 1, find 2. But it's still 2 players that remain for Just Breathe despite how much work Slaze put in. Now bENITA's just on the hunt. There is a flank coming in through sewers. She's low on HP, which means she's just going to act like a turret, you know? She's just going to be that body player that will sacrifice her life for the information. Turret is down. Now it's a 2v2. A fair fight. Let's see who wins. emluo and Natty. Good nano swarm there, not allowing them to get in, but it's in a way wasted utility. Nope, psych, that is really good because now Natty barely has any armor. I had this Naomi, but she bought a lot of that utility. Here comes a lot of that swing now starts to come through. Trade for trade, but Naomi in the much better position. There's so much that you have to worry about. They're trying to throw a lot of utility inside, try to flush out Rise, but after that ace, I'm sure Rise is definitely feeling herself. Naomi playing close off to the side. Knows that maybe a player might be on the opposite side there. The Viper Spit is coming down. Spray's good for 2. Oh my god, Rise. Rise can actually totally do this. Right behind the map. That's where the last player is. The swing sees the cape, but emluo survives. Just Breathe, find a round.
JB played that so well. Okay, yes, they had a numbers advantage, but despite that, they're still at a weird buy. 2 judges and an SMG, not ideal.
Ooh, what a great fast break into it. emluo just trying to survive. Another flash coming in. She's playing anti-flash, but she can't get anything more than that. The judge is waiting on the upper end. But Natty, where do I look? Where do I go? But still, Karra providing that firepower from the opposite side. Shots are good just down to Naomi. They're just trying to heal up. Oh my god, she's got to reload. The Seekers is chasing her down. Where she's going to run? They're playing close contact, but slaze takes it down. Felt they were trying to get cheeky push up. Very well done. But this is still going to get very scary because there's a judge waiting on the opposite end. Now the Roomba comes in. The smoke is down. Milky Way just trying to get some value out of this judge. There's the swing. Able to at least find one. Clawdia, though, able to get out of there. Paint shells will send a warning sign. Slaze on the opposite side over towards the lurk. Able to find a pick. Slaze has been so impactful this game. Just providing additional firepower. Talked about the lack of it. She's been really good at stopping CLG. Now it's going to be a standard retake on this B site.
Oh no, Karra already gets a pick off here onto Clawdia. CLG in serious trouble.
Oh no, they actually used the Rolling Thunder quite well. Shot's good for Naomi, but now it's a 1v2 players on the opposite side. 11 HP is all she got left. That's the judge. The swing, it's good.
No
That's going to be double digits for Just Breathe.
I see you channeling your inner auctioneer. I like it. Rap God Sima, yeah.
Unless they can find a couple of picks on the way out. emluo just waiting for the off angle to push in. Just down to Rise. That's the flawless CLG Red. Now or never for the second map.
Throwing those paint shells, so they think that they've cleared that back of sight, but you need to check. You need to be 100% sure that that back of sight is, or not back of sight, but that back area is actually...
Karra in a 1v3. This would be one heck of a legendary play if she could come out big with this one. Naomi manages to stay alive in that gravity well. There's the drop down. Shot's good for one. Fall line on the swing. Karra for three. It's a 1v1 against bENITA, but bENITA with 37 HP survives and takes the round. And emluo's in the perfect position to at least stop the player coming in from heaven. Now they got to fight for it. It's all down to Chobo. Comes up with 2v3, but she's all alone. She's got to survive. That's the spike down. No, CLG, not like this. Naomi just down to her in a 1v3 situation. Player on heaven, player towards elbow, and one player backside in the off angle. 13 seconds left. Finds the first player. Shots aren't quite crisp enough. Natty on the swing from elbow. Match point for Just Breathe. I didn't think that we were going to be here. Unfortunately, short-lived, and bENITA's like, well, what do I do now in a 1v3? Karra on the off angle. Shot's good for bENITA. She's going to start to sprint over towards the A side. 10 HP, locked and loaded, completely on utility. 11 seconds left. She's going to get the spike down. If she wins this, this has to be like top 10 plays of the year. There's just no way. There's just no way. All line comes out. Yes. Rolling Thunder comes out. Here comes the flash to follow up. There's a player. Oh my god! That's two! Oh no. Now it's a 1v1. Aftershock to let them know it's a warning sign, but she's all out of utility. Now it's just game sense. Now it's just the big brain. Now it's just the end! Natty with the judge saying not today. Just Breathe will take us to map 3. Almost a clutch play from bENITA. A little bit concerned because they're moving a little bit too slowly. bENITA, gets stuck with the Sheriff. She's going to lose that one. It is quickly traded away by Chobo. They're looking to try to get that spike planted, but Naomi's been such a problem, staying on the off angles and from range. The moment Naomi on the wrap around. Shot's good for 1, 2 quick kills in succession. Now, emluo and Natty, where do you end up positioning yourself? One player up in the nest, finds one, and manages to make it out alive for the time being. What? The turret, it's finding picks, and the Viper's bit, the snake bite rather. Way to deal with this. Shock Dart finds one at least. Recon Bolt doesn't get a pulse. The fuse starts to go through. Shot's good for 1, but Clawdia is sticking it. She gets the half, gets cooked alive. And Milk finds 3.
Is bringing up the rear.
Oh, well, Natty, like you say, finds one at least right now. Ooh, here's Welly's footsteps for 1. Good shot onto Rise. But Naomi is starting to heat up. Knows that Natty's on the opposite side. One player remaining is just Natty. Finds the pick. Almost the ace. She's got the 4K on the round right now, but the spike is not planted, so all Chobo needs to do is buy time. She's got the spike on her side.
10 seconds
Here's
left.
the drop down. There's the knife out. Chobo! Oh, the ace for Natty! It's beautiful! This time the Viper over towards B. That might be the difference maker. bENITA just trying to be here to support and survive. That ult might be gone soon. Has to use the tailwind. bENITA gets right into the face of danger. Shock darts already. They're flying and they're doing damage. bENITA in a tough spot, but she bites off too much. Clawdia finds the pick from backside. Now the Viper's pit is fully and locked and loaded. The knives are starting to come through. Just trying to find those players, but Clawdia only has 5 HP. And this is tough. 3v3, Viper's pit. They want to get the spike planted. Natty is coming up so huge. Has the 3K on the round right now, and she's hunting for the 4K. Knows where the last player is, but milkyway a little bit back into the favor of CLG Red. bENITA on the flank, just thinking, how does she want to deal with this? Because she's definitely farther away from Naomi, but she's got this Vandal. Vandal can be a pretty big X factor. She did such a great job with it on the first map. Has to find this first pick. Okay. We've got a very injured milkyway. That shock dart will put her to pieces in a second, but just one at a time with a 1-2 punch. Dotting their I's and crossing their T's. This toxic screen is definitely helping with that, not really allowing them to peek in. Now as they go in, shock darts are doing some damage. Shot's good for Clawdia, but Milk finds one player, at least for the time being, as she's flanking up through the middle. Not a lot of time left. Spike does end up getting planted. Engagement up above, not working out either, but the lockdown's going to be a huge problem. Clawdia on the hunt right outside the range. Clawdia with the 4K. CLG answer back.
Oh, I love that. So Milky Way went on that classic flank again, manages to get 1 kill. So the shots are going to come through, but you won't see where they're coming from. And we kind of see the opposite there with the Vandal. So you can kind of trace it back to the direction it's coming from. It gives away quite a lot of information about where those players are.
Ooh, on the rope. Very dangerous to spray through. And those tracers we talked about are coming straight through that cage. Straight through the smoke. Slaze for 3. Chobo just trying to find where that last player is. Slaze had no choice but to plant. Milky with the 3K. This is how Reynas are so problematic. Finally, she gets stuffed. And we end up at a 2v2. Naomi just trying to run, just trying to hide, but she gets surprised by the Viper's pit pop out by Natty. Now, Slaze, one of the last remaining players here around the bend, while the others in the pit. And might find a little bit more. Turret and the alarm bot is going to say, hey, watch your back. Something's going on and something is developing. emluo playing close with the frenzy. Not going to quite have enough firepower to deal with it. But the flank coming in from behind is proving to be a problem. They time it so well together. But it's still a 2v2. The close range. Naomi finds the victory there. Just down to Karra versus Naomi. But she's running out of time. The defuse stops. Naomi, are you going to swing? Karra for 4! Oh my goodness, what a round to find the 4K.
This is where that rotation is going to be coming from, but they've already split up to try and create separate angles, so they're playing this so well. Never mind.
Very well done from Rise. She just held the off angle, right? That's all she needed to do, and she played that so masterfully well, but still, they're pushing in from the spike itself. Oh no, the backstab! Chobo gets taken down, and despite the big brain from Rise, that's all that's left! Psych! No, it's not. It's gone. emluo with the hero play. We have to recall there's a Viper's pit over towards the A site. Does look like Natty is just chilling on her lone stuff. She's like, yeah, I'm fine here. It's nice and cool in here. Spike is ticking though, so she needs to make her way over towards this B site ASAP. As her team cannot fight this alone. emluo starting to push forward. Clawdia finds the initial pick, but Slaze and emluo are working in tandem, trying to push CLG back, and they're doing so effectively. They're not letting them back in. bENITA from the side, though, is pinching them in to not let them defuse, but emluo is saying, not today. bENITA just down to her. All she needs to do is keep spraying, keep shooting, keep fighting, but the spike explodes, and CLG clutch the round. That spike's ticking, which means just breathe, need to push in, and not having the most ideal weaponry. Natty on the flank. Judge gonna work out. She can find the upgrade if she so chooses, but she's been really feeling the Judge. There's the engagement, and just 300 Spartans right out the screen. They're pushing in together. They'll find picks, though, as Chobo's just holding them back. Natty with the angle, and somehow Just Breathe puts themselves up to match point. CLG had the weapons, they had everything, but Just Breathe worked with what they had and made it work. Deep in the pit, but this is her teammate's pit. She can be in here as long as she wants. She's just trying to push in on the opposite side. She stops the lockdown. milkyway, though, is able to at least answer back. It's a 3v4. CLG in a really great position here. The pit is so annoying to deal with. milkyway finds another pick. He finds a third. Oh no, this is going haywire for CLG, but still the Viper remains! Milky! With the 4K, how many more can she get? Just breathe! Have done the unthinkable! They've taken down CLG and booked their ticket to the Valorant Verizon Game Changers event!
If Just Breathe was not on your teams to watch, they better be now. Yes, this was a team that very few people actually knew about, unless you're heavy